Alright. Criminy. We got, I don't know, YouTubeception going on, something or other. Let's see what's going on here. See if we end up with audio that is feasible. We might not. These have been a bit of a train wreck, the last couple we have tried to do. And to be 100% honest, if this isn't going to work, we may have to finish the series off in a format other than live streaming, because that hasn't been doing us a whole lot of favors. But we'll see how it goes. We're going to continue. Unfortunately, the first stream I tried to do with this ended up getting knocked around because of streaming troubles. So, yeah, we're starting off with a strained pretend, so I'm going to have to sub out a catcher today, so that is going to be everybody's second favorite catcher. Silly Baubles, not going to be bad in leadoff, I can tell you that. Right now, we're going to stick you about 7th. B is fine, Kenny. Let's switch her in headlights, maybe. We got Piper, we got Math Books. Go clean up for Math Books. Barry Blend, I'd like 5th, maybe. I like this lineup, and we got Allie on the mound today. Already behind in the series, which not something you want to see in the playoffs. Everybody else looking pretty good. Nobody's fantastically in or out of shape, but let's play ball regardless. Night game at home. You bet we'll take it for the playoffs in this series. I apologize. It's really hard to figure out what the right move is in terms of a series like this. So the live streams have been few and far between, and then on top of that, I've been sick and all over the place, so things have just been quite the handful. So hope you're doing well. I can't believe that we are almost at 100 subscribers at this point. We got about 97. Something like that. Cool stuff. So if you haven't yet and you want to, make it 98. Make it 99. Let's hit 100. Fun stuff. And we got Allie on the mound. First pitch. Game 2 is underway with a ball. So we'll hope that the victory can come back here. This is not the season I thought we were going to have. We got Korea and Hawaii currently also in the semifinals. I was thinking the Travelers were going to run away with it, and that we might have a chance in our division Oof. Alright, warning track power to kick it off for the Neon. Not quite going to do it, but yeah, not the way that I would have thought a season like this was going to come to an end, but we're leaving it up to the cards, quite literally at this point. We've done all the work. If you've missed out on the rest of the series, I especially recommend the last few episodes. I think one was called like the craziest ending to a game I've ever played or something like that. And then the You Can't Make This Stuff Up episode. Both of which feature a certain shortstop. I'm a big fan of that being Charlie Angels, as we're cruising right along and we're already through 3 outs in the first. Allie able to pick them up and set them down. Let's get the gals up here. Little Kansas City Royals inspired almost with the home blue with the pants for the victory. I'm actually in the process of I guess the beginning stages of planning, by which I mean trying to see if they'll let me get off work for a trip to Kansas City. Lead off walk there. I was going to Kansas City, and hopefully going to catch a game at Kauffman Stadium as we're safe. So looking forward to that. I want to get to some more major league stadiums, and I know the Twins and Royals are supposed to be rivals, but I've only really been a Twins guy for about a year and a half at this point, and I don't really have a reason to hate them, so I'm looking forward to the game. I like their home blues, hence the Victories uniforms here. Ooh, almost could have beat that out. Not quite. 2 gone. Math Book's playing DH as well as cleaning up. Hopefully she can clean up the base paths and get us an early lead. Not quite going to do it on the foul ball there, but Math Book striking out in a big spot there sends us to the second. Hope you're doing well. Happy, I almost said Thursday. Happy Wednesday. I went into work a little early, stayed a little late today, and I'm feeling it. I'm tired, but I wanted to hop on here and continue with the Victory Baseball a little bit. I hope that we can go longer than half a game. That'd be great, because the last couple we haven't been able to do that. So, see what happens there. But I hope you're having a good week. Happy Hump Day. Haven't seen a lot of news on the SMB4 front, by which I mean I haven't seen anything. A little bit here and there on MLB The Show, but it's mostly been for things I'm not worried about, like Diamond Dynasty, not my thing. That's going to get down and be trouble. And probably a 2-bagger there for the Neon. So for the first time tonight, Allie pitching under some duress. At least she doesn't have a pitch clock. Not a big fan, to be honest. If you want a sport that's got time, in my view, you got plenty of options, and I would think baseball wouldn't be one of them, but here we are. So, what's one guy on the internet gonna do? And that's foul, not playable. Allie trying to get out of it. Staying alive is batter. Ooh, and that might score our first run in this one. Play is not going to be close at the plate, or is there? No? Not going to be one? No? Well, they didn't even try, did they? No. So they must be at the corners. This is where my limited vision comes back to bite me a little. Come on, Allie. Let's get her here. Oh boy, that might... It's going to allow the runner to get to second. And... second and third, Allie trying to get out of trouble. And missing high on that. 2 strikes, though. When a walk's going to load him. Okay. Well, you want a test here in the playoffs. Here's Allie with the bases loaded. Starting off with a strike. You got to steal the first one if you can. Steal the second one, too. Why not? Take all 3. Not quite on that one, as that one is low. 1-2. Foul to stay alive. 1 and 2. We'll do it again. Fouled off again. Putting up a fight. 1 and 2. Fouled again. Long at bat in a battle here. That one's driven to left. That's trouble. Going to be caught out there, but that... Oh, there was a couple gone. So, wow. Tight roping out of danger is Allie Katz, and we are tied at nothing. Moving to the bottom of the second. Wow. What a game we're having. And Barry Blend leading it off, playing 11. And make it 12. 1 and 2 the count to Barry. And that's fair. Throwing plenty of time to get Barry. Piper piping? No. Piper piping. Patrolling center field tonight. And she's going to send it right back there for a base hit. Love to see that. Here's Charlie. And what a shortstop. More on the offensive side. As you see a hit there. Look at that. She knows. And Charlie is on. Couple on here to start the inning for Silly Bubbles. And see if we can get something going. Crack this thing open and get a lead going. And what a strikeout there. Big spot. Silly Bubbles is gone. And Candy Corn out in right field tonight. Where's the number 1-0? And she's got a 1-1 count. 10 and 11. And 2-1, got a good hitter's count. Try to get one and get after it. 3-1 count for Andy Korn, filled up at 3-2 now. And the runner was taken off. And that's going to be a walk. Love to see it. Well, if there's someone you want up, even with 2 gone, it'd be B. And here she is. And is that going to get through? It is going to get through. B puts us on the board. Yes, as the Yankees guy would say. Nice hit up the middle to give us a 1-0 lead. 1-0, 1-0. That's what I was going for. That might end the inning. Plenty of air. Plenty of time. Plenty of catch. And we're going to move to the third now. 1-0 victory after the RBI there by B. And Allie coming back to see if she can keep the lead. And promptly giving up one that cruised right down the line, first base side. It's going to be plenty of trouble and a leadoff double for Orlando. Well, what can you do? Allie seems to have a knock for getting herself into and then promptly getting herself out of trouble. So we will see if that remains to be the case tonight or if things can turn around for her. And she's got a trouble count. And that might have air under it, it might not. It will. All right, 1 gone. Trouble afoot, trouble avoided there with the fly out for Allie. Now there is 1 gone. I'm sorry I'm not looking at a whole lot of text tonight. You guys can feel free to check that bottom right-hand corner of your screen for the details of both pitcher and batter at any time. I am too blind for that. And they're going to be at the corners now. So looking eerily similar to the last half inning where Allie started off this way, gave up a walk, loaded them, and was able to get out of it with no damage. And 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And now we got a 2-1-1. 2-2 evens the count with the foul ball there. Alright, full count for Allie. And she is trying to not let history repeat itself. And it will repeat itself regardless, as the bases are now loaded. I believe that's Tide Pools from the bit of the name I was able to catch there. So Tide Pools looking to at least tie the ball game, possibly more. And a 2-0 count's looking good for her to have a shot at it. 2-1. And that's fouled off for 2-2. Allie trying to tightrope out of it again. And that's going to get down. That should tie the ball game. Tide Pools coming through in a big spot to equalize things at a run apiece. Well, Allie, 1 gone. Pressure is high. And that might be good for another one. It will not. And another run scores the Neon on what has to be a messed up play there. And here comes Ella. Early in this one, but trying to work on keeping this a 1-run ball game. That's fouled off. A couple of strikes on a couple of good swings there from the defense or the offense for Orlando. And that's going to get through and might be good for another run. It will. 3-1. Neon, and there's an out there to get the victory. 1 out closer to being out of the jam. Already down 2 with a couple of outs for Ella as a foul ball starts the count off in her favor. Now even up for Elevator, who, to say she's been up and down would be a pun and also a truth. And there is a down for Ella. And that is going to plate a couple more. And this inning starting to get away from victory pitching in a hurry, as it's now 5-1. Wow. Not what you want to see at home, not when you're down a game in the series already. and Ella trying to get out of it, and Orlando putting up a fight as they have all season. They would not be in this semifinal without an amazing end of the year and a playoff run that has to be the stuff of legend, because I'm 98% sure they were playing against the Western Travelers as their offense continues to deliver. And that's going to be another run. 6-1. What an inning for the Orlando Bats. Put up 6 runs in an inning. And what a shame this would be to lose this one, as finally Ella is able to get out of further trouble after giving up a whopping 6 runs between Ella and Allie. We'll get the Bats back up there, and Candy Corn going to lead it off, trying to regain some momentum. You know, you come into that last half inning up by a run, and you leave it down by 5. You know you've got some work to do, and Candy Corn is going to lead the inning off in exactly the way you need to in this kind of a spot, that being with a leadoff 2-bagger. So that's going to bring up tonight's designated hitter, Math Brooks, standing in with a runner on second, nobody gone. Perfect opportunity to strike back, and she fouls one off trying to do so, and quickly down 1-2. Struck out last time in a big spot. And that's going to get some air under it. That one might have a chance. And that one's going to be gone. Math Brooks with a line drive home run. And that puts Detroit a couple of runs closer. A 2-run shot there for Math Brooks, and it's 6-3. And easy ground ball after the home run for Orlando pitching. There's some momentum here, that's for sure, and Piper is ready to rock and roll, trying to do something else here, and she's going to foul that one off, and it's quickly 0-2. Foul again. Staying alive is Piper piping. That one might have a chance, and it will not. Good play out there to keep the victory off the base paths. A couple of outs now. Trying to keep something going here. Charlie Angel's able to get herself a knock last time, and ball and 2 strikes the count. And good pitching here from Orlando could be the make or the break. She is aboard at first. That's going to bring up Silly Baubles, who I believe either struck out or flied out her last time out. And going to start off with a favorable 1-ball, no strike count, followed by the strike there to make it 1-1. And that's field. Charlie is going to hold up at third. She's coming home. There's going to be a quite escaped the infield on that one. All of a sudden, this game looks almost doable again. 6-4. Time for the pitching to come out and shut it down as we move to inning number 4. And Ella is going to stay in this ball game. She starts another batter out with a ball. 2-0 after. Oops, sorry. I mean 1-2. No, 2-2. I'm misreading the little ticker on the top there. And a strikeout there for Miss Ella. All right. You got something going. You got an out. Nobody on the bases. Pressure is low for Ella. And another 2-strike count. And it looks like somebody hit the smooth operator button in the time between innings, because Ella 2 up, 2 down. And another strike there. Ella trying to shut him down. And that one is in time. Ella able to go 1, 2, 3, set him up, knock him down. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, 6-4. All right, B trying to stand in and keep that positive momentum for the offense, who have scored in the last 2 half innings. A 6-4 ball game, and I think that one got her. Let's see what I can see here, if anything. Trying to look at that little diagram for the bases. I can't find it very well. It's not going to matter on that one. That is going to get down. Are you serious? Wow. I was not expecting that, and all of a sudden a new pitcher in the game here for the Neon. So we got runners. So someone must have tagged up as a sac fly, maybe. So I may have misread that last play. I apologize. Runner on second with one out there. So 2-2 count. It's going to be fouled away. And that one. Drive. Going. Not quite enough to get out of here, but that's on the RBI there. Math Books is next. And a 2-strike count for the DH tonight. One's not going to escape the infield. Good for one. And that's all they were going to get there. Couple of outs. Barry Bland standing in here. And all of a sudden it's looking doable. They're within a run again. And a big strikeout and a big spot there to send us packing. So, to the 5th. 6 for a good one. It's been a back and forth affair. Started off with a 1-0 lead. Got down by a score of, I believe, 5-1. Up another. And, no, we were all the way down 6, I think. They got all 6 of those runs in 1 inning, so I apologize. But, what a game it's been. You're watching playoff baseball, you already know that. If you don't, you do. Now, as we're in Detroit, and Buzz is going to take over out there from the pen. She throws heat, and we'll see if these Orlando hitters are ready for it. What a play there, and the throw-in time! All right. 2 gone. Buzz looking to shut him down. That's not quite going to do it, as that one is sent right back up the middle for a base hit, going to extend the inning for Orlando. Well, trouble afoot once again. Couple of outs. Runner on first. And not a good count for Buzz, as she's behind 2-0. Make that 3-0. So clearly pitching around a good hitter. 3-1 count. Here it is. And that's going to be another base hit. So Orlando offense has been scrappy, especially when you look at the postseason, where they were able to best what I thought was the team that was going to eat them for lunch. But, wow. You got to admire the tenacity of this ball club. You can't avoid it. And that's going to do it. What a strikeout. Bat is shattered. And so are the hopes of the Orlando Neon in inning number 5. To the bottom half we go. With the chance to get back in this thing or take the lead, here's Piper. And that one's too high. 1-0 count for Piper. 2-0. And that one going to be traveling a little bit, traveling a lot. Not enough to get out of here, but it'll be enough to move Piper to a long single. She probably could have gone for 2, but she's aboard. And now, here's Charlie. Runner is on. Charlie sends it right back where it came from, and Charlie's got herself a knock. Runner goes to third. There is going to be a wave around, and we're tied. Charlie Angels. Wow. Silly Baubles stands in. 6 apiece here in the bottom half of inning number 5, and I'm not playing, guys. This is all simulation right here. Love to see it. A couple of strikes here. Still nobody out. Wow. Staying alive. Working the count a little. And only can battle for so long as finally set down on strikes. And that is going to bring up tonight's right fielder. And that would be Pop Rocks, who I probably have called wrong at one point, I believe. So I apologize. That's not going to escape the infield. Pop Rocks is gone on the play. Well, here is B, and you've already tied it, you know. I think at this point, especially with a 1-0 count, you got that green light all the way. 1-1. And a pop-up. That's what happens when you swing that hard and really go for something significant, and that's all right. Move to the 6th inning in this one. Wow. What a game we are witnessing tonight. Well, Buzz staying on for a longer stint than usual, and Ella would have done the same thing, but she didn't pitch very well tonight. Giving up quite a few and really putting us in the hole that we find ourselves in late in this one. And that's going to get through, so a little bit of trouble to lead off the inning now for Buzz. She's got the speed. The velocity is definitely present for Buzz, but sometimes the control is a bit of an issue. So we'll see where that takes her. 2-strike count now. 2-2. And foul staying alive. Okay. Another foul ball there. And Buzz looking for that put-off pitch, and now is filling it up. And that's going to get through. And a couple of runners now on. So, trouble. You know, you look at how hard this team has worked offensively to come back in this ball game, and all of a sudden they've got a couple runners on and are looking to take that lead back with a little bit of hard work, and Buzz trying to not let that happen as she flings into Silly Bobbles with a 1-2 count. 2-2 even up. And that's going to give them the lead. Way gone. And for as hard as these guys have worked to get to this point, wow. You have to just kind of stand back and watch them do their thing. And that's what we're doing now. 9-6 is the score. After that 3-run home run. Still nobody out here. Wow. Buzz got to be feeling it, especially not pitching to her usual catcher in Pretend Friend, as that is going to get down out there as well. Luckily there was nobody on base, but still not where you want to be, as that's going to be an easy double. So do you go to the pen here? What do you do in this spot? You keep Buzz, that's apparently the answer. Leading off another at-bat with a ball. Couple of those makes it 2-0. And a hitter's count, and that was taken advantage of. Runner is sent home and is there. Is not there. Wow. What a play. Cut down to keep it 9-6. All right. One's all over the joint. Ball striking and out. If it's fair, that one's trouble. It was not. That'll make it 1-2. And that'll be trouble. Stays plenty fair. And, oof. Well, not where you want to be. Especially on the road. They are just laying it on. And that's going to bring up ditto. It is 11-6. A 3-run homer and a 2-run homer in this inning. Put another 5 on the board for Orlando, and the beating continues as another base hit given up there by Ditto, and the bullpen falling apart in the postseason. And that could be gone as well. Get foul. Wow, not by much. And that one's got some air underneath. Luckily, it's enough. Wow. Third baseman and 33. That's a lot of threes. Couple of outs. And Ditto is 1-1 here. Alright, 1-2 for Ditto. And a check on the runner who is back. Alright, 2-2 the count. And there it is, finally getting out of the inning is Ditto, but not before damage is done to the tune of 5 more runs. We move to the bottom of the 6th, 11-6 Orlando. Headlights in there with a 1-0 count, trying to look up at another 5-run deficit. Wow. What a turn this game has taken. That one's fouled off first base side, and it's 2-2. And Headlights is gone on the strikeout there. Well, Candy Corn trying to get something going. 1-1 to Candy. That one is, ooh, what a play, heads up play on the infield, and Candy Corn is gone. I mean, the bottom line in this one is that Orlando has come to play when it matters, and Detroit's bullpen has fallen apart in a big way. And that Alley had a rough start, but in other parts of the season, you could have sent in Buzz, you could have sent in Ella, you could have sent in Ditto to shut things down a little bit more. Even if it wasn't perfect, you could have done something. And now we move to the 7th, and we're still behind by 5, and Ditto, just about the only arm we've got left in the pen other than Laundry Facilities, who I have a feeling might catch some innings tonight, if only to relieve the bullpen. Not because we need her for a save, which could put us in trouble come Game 3-4 of this semifinal series. If we get that far, that is. Right now, looking like we may fall behind 2-0 tonight. So we'll see. Good play there is going to be an out. Well, what a time we're having tonight. Couple outs for Orlando. Ditto trying to find a rhythm as she settles into her second inning of work. 1-2 count, trying to get out of it. Not quite going to happen. 22, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and now the count is full. And a walk. You just keep shooting yourself in the foot and picking the bow up to do it again. And that's going to get foul for the second strike. 1-2 the count. Now for Ditto. That's going to be a good play out there, and that's going to do it. Took some wake up from the infielders to get that one. Well, we've sung Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks have been purchased. Now we move to the home half of the 7th. Barry Blend in there with a strike. 1-1 to Barry. And she's going to be thrown out on the ground out. All right. Piper standing in, trying to look up at that scoreboard and not take it into account too heavily. Not something you want to do in a spot like this. 1-1. 2-1 as she's gotten herself into a decent count, especially now that it's 3-1. 3-2 to Piper. And a big strikeout for Orlando. Pitching sends Piper to the dugout. Charlie Angels having herself a night, and if it weren't for the pitching, she would be the reason that we are in this ball game. 2-1 count for Charlie. And she's going to continue that night, as that one's going to crawl out there to the wall. Charlie being waved to second, and she is going to be in there with a double. So Silly Bobbles standing in, couple gone, and a runner at second, that being Charlie. Trying to bring her home, and she fouls it off for the first strike. And that's going to fly up and possibly out of here. That one's going a long way. Silly Bobbles leaves the yard in probably the most unlikely home run of the series. Wow, that'll bring herself and Charlie home. A couple runs there for Silly Bobbles on the home run, and that makes it 11-8. Well, back within 3 after a Silly Bobbles 2-run shot. I didn't know if that was going to be robbed at the wall or just kind of die out there and being out, but turns out it doesn't matter because we got the out anyway. Top of the 8th we go. It is 11-8. Well, if the pitching can shut them down consistently enough, starting with Ditto here, who had a decent half inning last time out. 2-strike count for Ditto. Just low. 2-2 count for Ditto. And filling up the count. Every time you think that there might be a chance of getting out of this without any further damage, the out is made out there with the fly out. So that's a sign of good things. One gone for Ditto, who is starting another at-bat out with a ball. That's been a problem tonight. The Orlando hitters allowing pitchers to work themselves into a hole, which they have done significantly tonight. So some issues on the pitching front being brought to the forefront tonight, and that is the ground out for the second out of the inning. And in terms of things to work on next year, I mean, it sounds like pitching might have to be something that we take a look at in this series. All right, trying to get another out here is going to work. Possibly, maybe, throw over. There you go. We managed. All right, bottom of inning number 8, only down by 3. Let's get the girls back in here, huh? Well, here's B. All right. Trying to get something going with a 2-0 count. 3-0 to behind, not where you want to be. And a strike, a brave challenge pitch. And that one's going to be hammered foul. And what a strikeout. B. Oh, wait, that was a walk. I'm blind. Sorry. I thought he said strike, and he did not. Okay. Somebody's doing something. I didn't see what was going on here. Let's take a look-see here. Headlights. Did we get a new pitchers or defensive substitute? Don't check on my runner. It's very rude. All right. Stop! I'm not stealing. Get out of here with that. Stay fair, dang it. All right. Working an at-bat here is Headlights. Working an at-bat, 2-2. And finally, only battled for so long there. Alright, Candy Corn, runner on. There's an out in the inning, and starting out with a strike there for Orlando, 1-1 now. Candy Corn with a 2-1 count. 2-2 now. And that's not going to escape the infield. Good for 1, good for 2, good to end the Detroit 8th. Well, to the 9th we move. You got to shut them down here if you want a shot, and it's going to be a hard one to get through the bottom of inning number 9 in one piece. Ditto staying in the game for the top half of the 9th and giving up a leadoff ground ball out. Good, okay, I thought that was going to be trouble. Alright, well, you hope to get a couple more of those and get yourself up for one more shot. If you've got rally caps at home, now is the time. Well, not quite now. Infield fly rule in effect there. And a couple of outs now. Ditto has pitched well. It's a shame that the rest of the bullpen hasn't been able to back up her effort tonight. And that's... may have been spoken too soon. And it will be. It's now 12-8. Solo shot there. My problem is that I told her she was pitching well, and she went to her head. So, apologies for the ego trip, and that shouldn't have happened. Okay, well, we're going to erase that, pretend it didn't happen, and really all you need is 4 to tie it anyway, so don't worry too much. Okay, I said 4, not 5. 13-8. Time to bring in the facilities of the laundry. Break out the quarters, break out the wash machines. It's time. No, it's not. Okay, so this is fine, is it? A good 5-run deficit that you're willing to add to on another whack-a-doodle hit, and there's a infield error that's going to allow the runner. Just when do you throw in the towel? I mean, come on. We were down by 3 runs. Now we've got another runner on, already down by 5 once again. That funky ass number really doing a number on our psyches in game 2. And a walk. Wow, yeah, let's just keep doing this, why don't we? Yeah. Now you're gonna bring in laundry. Oh yeah. Now that makes so much sense. Yep, I agree. Should have done that about 5 minutes ago, and we might have been okay. As is, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 and 2 after the foul. Trying to get out of this inning is laundry. And it's going to work on a ground ball, finally. Wow, bottom of the 9th, don't worry about it. It's only 13-8, which could have been completely avoided had you brought in laundry facilities about half an inning ago. Alright, take a deep breath, do what you can. Math book's in there. It ain't over till it's over. Put your rally caps on. Calling a strike to Math books. 1 and 2, 12 the count to Math books. DH tonight. And that's not going to do it. A strikeout there from... should have been a big hitter for us. Barry Blend. And she's got a 1-0 count. And Barry is fouling one there, trying to hit one down the line. Not able to do so. 1-2 count to Barry Blend. Here it is. Fouling it off and staying alive. Get up. Foul. I was excited, sorry. Okay. That one, get up. Left field. Going. Gone. Barry Blend. She thought she had that tied up with that hard hit foul ball. A couple pitches later, sends one out of here. Barry puts us within a few more. More specifically, 4 more. Wow. And that's going to be a foul ball there for Piper. Had to look and see who was in there, and she is gone. Well, Charlie represents the final out, and if I know Charlie, she's not going to go down quietly if she goes down at all. And a 1-1 count to Charlie Angels. 1-2 down to the last strike for Detroit from Charlie Angels. Not able to come through there as she strikes out, and this one is over, going to the neon. Well, that one hurts a little. Here's a look at the numbers if you'd like to check them out in this one. I mean, it's about tells your story right here. 19 hits to 12 hits, and no errors on either side. Perfect game of baseball on the fielding front tonight. Here is a few more numbers. And I'll give you a couple seconds on those. Hope you enjoyed that one. I didn't, mostly because we lost, but it is what it is. A couple more numbers for you. Wow. And your MVPs, a lot of green and pink tonight, and that's going to be people such as Board Walker, 2 for 5 with a homer, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And your other neon player tonight, Lando Riley, not a person that I created, but Orlando Riley, 3 for 5 with a homer, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Tonight for us, it's got to be Silly Bobbles. 2 for 4 with that home run, a double base. A double base? Yeah, yep. A double. 3 RBIs. And a run scored tonight. Unlikely player of the game there for Silly Bobbles, but we'll take it. Well, unfortunately, that puts us down by 2 games. Not what you want to see when things are looking tense. Let's simulate the CPU games. Korea and Hawaii. Going to Korea there. So if you take a look at this, it's an 0-2 series lead for Korea, or a 2-0 series lead, I should say. And a 2-0 series lead for the Neon. So it's looking like things might be a little set in stone. We're going to get one more in tonight if we can do. And firstly, we're going to check on things. Let's see, people are going to be tense in this one. B is on fire. Headlights out in left field is a little tense tonight. Let's see what we can do about that. Let's sub you for Hazel, who has not played for a while. Is anybody else struggling tonight? No, but I'm thinking Silly Bobbles moves up a spot or two if she's in this one. She is, so we're going to pop her. How about right heading next to Charlie? Actually, let's put Charlie before. I like this. Let's go with that. Pop rocks and right is good. Okay, so we have B. We have Hazel. We have... let's do... Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to... Let's see here. Sorry, trying to do some figuring out here. I want Charlie cleaning up tonight. Not pressure, but she's been hitting in big spots that we need her for. Let's put Variable in 5th. Let's put Silly Balls in the 6th spot. Piper, Candy, Pop Rocks. Switch those two. I like that. And we have Eve online tonight. Alright. Well, we move this one to the Neon's home base. So, trouble as we are at home for Orlando now, not for us. And potential for this series to really get away from us in this one. Alright, here are the lineups. Orlando at home with a 2-0 series lead on the road for the victory. Eve online on the mound, but we get to start with the bats. See how this new batting order works out for us. Alright. First ball in this one, down low, we're underway. Trying to see if we can do something about this situation here. Down by a couple games feels important. Oof, that's a scary face there. Alright, here's Hazel, who has not played much in the postseason for us. One gone, nobody on for Hazel. Hope you guys are well tonight. Happy Thursday, Wednesday, whatever. I keep saying that. And that's going to get on through for Hazel with a leadoff. No, well, not a leadoff, but a first at-bat knock tonight. Mathbooks DHing tonight. Didn't do a great job last night, but you want to maybe hope that let the runner on. There's a little bit more to do, or at home, different change of scenery. Maybe that'll be enough for Mathbooks. not so with the strikeout there. Here's Charlie. Well, she's already batting with a runner in, well, scoring position is a relative term. You could be in scoring position at first, but not generally considered that way. All right. And Charlie's striking out. Good start for Orlando pitching, and that's going to do it for us in the top half of the first. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Well, Eve online pitching in this one. See if she can get off to a better start than Allie did. Not going to be so, giving off a leadoff single up the middle. Well, what can you do? Baseball be baseball, you know. Checking on the runner. Runner is back. Checking on that runner again. Doesn't want anybody going anywhere. Trying to keep that lead right where it is. Checking on the runner again. Crowd not happy here in Orlando. That's 3 checks in a row. Some mistrust between these two ball clubs after the first couple games in this series. Haven't been rife with stealing, but you don't want an early lead going anywhere it shouldn't be going. Those homes for the neon. Fun stuff with the pink being more prevalent, and a black uniform there. And that's going to travel a long way. And not going to get the gusto to get out of here, but it will give a run. So a run scoring double there gives the neon an early lead here in Game 3. Wow. So Eve's struggling a little bit, giving off a couple of whacks, and struggling to find the strike zone, especially in this at-bat where she's behind 3-0. 3-1, still a hitter's count. Another walk. Not where you want to see your starter. Eve's struggling to find any semblance of normality with the strike zone. 2-2. And there's a strikeout for Eve. Able to get herself one out closer. Couple of outs. 1 run you can deal with. It's those innings like we had last game that you just don't want that to get away from you so much that it's impossible for the offense to do any work. You know, you even had Barry hitting that home run late in the ballgame, and that bat is gone. So are the Neon in the first, 1-0. All right. And here she is, Barry, after that home run last night, hoping to do something else about it. Swinging for it, that's for sure. And you gotta, I mean, even though we lost that ball game, you gotta look at that home run and be happy about it. Home run's always good, especially in the postseason. For the home fans, you gotta admire the effort there as Barry is gone on the ground out there. And that's gonna bring up Steely Baubles that a little higher tonight, after what has to be a highlight reel home run for this season. And that's going to get through. Silly Baubles continues her couple game playoff hitting streak. Love to see it. Piper got a good count to get something going. Silly runs on the pitch, and foul ball makes it 2-1. And the hit and run is on. And the hit and run is not successful with the foul ball. 2-2 count. We'll do it again, 2-2. Hit and run probably wouldn't have been very successful there. 1 out there, 2 out there, double play there. Ends the inning for Detroit. No runs. All right, bottom of the second we go. Probably should have gone for the black helmets and the pink brims, but I didn't. I've got some ideas for some teams that I have, parodies of some local teams. I've got some ideas for some things to do for either future series or just one-off streams, that kind of thing. So let me know what you're interested in, if anything, that way. Thought about doing a knockoff of the MLB and trying to figure out how many parody names and themes I could come up with, but I don't know if I have it in me to do that many custom teams. Doing just this team was significant. Double play there for us. Clears them with 2 out. All right, we got something going here. Well, or do we? You've given up the walk there. Orlando just putting the pressure on a pretty regular basis. And the force out there at second. Plenty to allow the inning to end peaceably as we move to the third, cruising right along. This will probably be the last game tonight, regardless of the outcome, and we'll pick this up another time. Got some other ideas for some video game related content and some might film a vlog tonight. We'll see how ambitious I'm feeling once we wrap up here after this one. Another walk. Eve is just not finding the zone tonight. It's already showing. Only a 1-run deficit to show for the runners put on base via the base on balls being as prevalent as they are. So you have to give, I would say, some credit to the defense on that one. But still not what you want to see during the playoffs, as she's got 3, 2, and that one's going a distance. Not quite enough to get out of here, though. Fly out there. All right. Runner gone there. And I want to hope for better things with a 0-2 count, now 1-2. Let's do it again. Same count, 12. There it is. Strikeout finally for Eve. I get the confidence up as there's now 2 gone. You know, you struggle to find the zone so much, and you finally get in there and get yourself a K and try to settle into this ball game before it starts getting too out of hand. 2-1 the count. Hitters count. And that shows as that one is through for a base hit. All right. And I just realized I'm rooting for the wrong team because I'm not paying attention to what the heck's going on. We got 2 out and it's us batting. That's what you get when you get a blind guy who's exhausted on the commentary team. Oops. And get in there. That's going to do it for us. Well, now they're batting. It's fine. It all works out in the end anyway. Bottom of the third, we shall go. I'm used to us being at home. I think that's the difference. The evening air here in Orlando. I think technically this park might be Cuba, but don't worry about it. It's fine. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, same commentary applies. Look at this, another 3-1 count. 3-2, fill it up. Come on, get the K. There it is. All right, see, I just had to rag on it a little bit. All right. get back to it here. Let's get some outs, boys, gals, humans. It's funny, my preschoolers, I'll say, you know, hey, dudes, dudettes, it's time to go. And then someone will be like, I'm not a dude. I'm like, yes, you are. Stop. Or what is a dudette? I guess dude, girls. I don't know. I call them all kiddo. That's really what I default to. If I don't know, hey, kiddo, how are you? Sometimes I'll figure it out right as I'm saying kiddo. You know, I'll figure out who it is, and I'll be like, hey, Bobby, what's up? Alright, enough with the nish-nashy chitter-chatter. Another ball for, you love to see it. Like I said, base on balls. Not where you want to be in the playoffs. One gone, runner on. Oh, 2. 1-2, because she can't just get a straight K. 2-2. Come on. Yep. Figures. Another walk. That's going to get on through and probably put us behind another run. Runners being waved home will get there easily, and it's 2-0 Neon. I mean, look at this pitching. You can't not be up a couple runs with the way that this is going. Almost a double play, not quite. Well, a couple of outs. 1-1 the count. Alright, you got a good count. Stick with it. Get yourself a strikeout. And finally, after giving up only one, which could have been a lot worse, we move to the fourth. Still 2-0 in this one. Game 3 not going the victory's way thus far. And here is Charlie. Couple strikes on Charlie. Striking out is Charlie. None too pleased with herself. She's played well. Bottom line, the Neon have come to play, showed up, and done what needs to be done. The Victory have not done that. And that shows on the scoreboard in this one with some rough pitching from today's starter, Eve. Not giving up a lot of hits, but not throwing a lot of strikes either, which is not doing any favors, as another couple of outs, and all three, as a matter of fact. To the bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Neon. It's not an unreasonable game here. We just aren't doing what needs to be done. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And another hit. Oh, maybe not. Okay. One gone. Couple strikes now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on now. You can't do this. You get in these 2-2, 3-2 counts after being up in the count. That's way gone. This is why. 3-0, and after getting into counts that are favorable, that 1-2, 0-1, 0-2, she comes back to even the count and gives up walks, gives up hits, and there gives up long ball, and 3 runs are on the board for the Neon on what can't be considered a good pitching effort. And another walk. You can't have this in the playoffs. Here comes Ella. On damage control duty now. Instead of a 1-0 lead, she's now down 3. And a good play to try to knock that one down is going to result in an out. So Ella comes in and is able to at least get one gone for 2 outs total in this inning. Ella with an 0-2. And Ella trying to get out of this half inning. And there it is. So Ella comes in on a couple of ground balls, gets herself out of trouble. We move to inning number 5. 3-0 Orlando is our score. Not what you want to see as Piper climbs in a box. This is just not where you want to be. 1-0 to Piper. And that was fouled away to even the count at a ball and a strike. 2-1 now to Piper piping. Here's the number 38, 3-1. And Piper works the walk, so a runner on. I want to bring the tying run to the plate in, well, no, it won't. Just kidding. Pop Rocks, as if she were the tying one, drives that one out. Pop Rocks goes yard. 3-2 on a 2-run home run by Pop Rocks, and suddenly we're looking at a different ball game that, despite the negative pitching, is still feasible. And here is Candy Corn. 3-2. All right. That's got a chance, gets foul. And that one's going to go not quite high or long enough. And here's B. One gone, trying to do some more damage. Behind now with a 1-run deficit to look up at and do what she can to alleviate. That'll get to the wall. Being sent to second. And in there with a double is B, and the tying run is on second. Hazel at the plate representing the go-ahead run. And not quite going to do it there. Almost doubled off back at second base on the heads-up play in the infield there. Math books. Runner's still on. Another chance in that DH spot to bring around a runner. 1-1 to Math books. And that's going to get down. Way out there. And that could tie this ball game. And it will tie this ball game. Math books finally breaking out of a slump in that DH spot, getting herself a whack. And that is going to force a new arm to come out in love wins for the Orlando Neon, as this ball game is tied at 3 runs apiece. Charlie stands in. A couple of strikes for Charlie, who struck out earlier. And strikes out again here. Got to be frustrated with herself as that ends the inning. But 3 runs come across to tie this one. Well, we're a little more than halfway home, and now it's time for Ella to go down and shut that door. And she's going to lead off this half inning. A pitch that is not in there, but evens it up at 1-1. Ella came and on a couple of ground balls was able to get herself out of trouble the last half, as she's now got a 2-ball, 2-strike count. And that's popped up. Should have plenty of time. Playable out there. The first out of this half. Ella forcing contact, but forcing contact that is resulting in outs. Unlike Eve, unlike a lot of other arms thus far in this series. as she's got another 3-ball count in a darn hurry in a 4-pitch walk for Ella. Don't like to see that from a good pitcher. It's not usually, you should give up a walk on a fight, but not usually on 4 straight. All right, that's a double play ball. Uno, dos, double play. Gets us out of the inning and sends us to the 6th, and we're still tied. All right, now Barry's standing in. Trying to do what she can against a new arm as of the last half, who was able to get the Orlando Neon out of trouble. And Barry Blend connects right field. That's got some air under it, though. And I'm clapped out. All right. Silly Bobbles. Having a good game here. 1-2. And now it's 1-2. And she's going to continue her hitting again, as that one's going to get through. Well, here is Piper. Okay. Well, we're getting somewhere, albeit slowly. 2 strikes on Piper. Piper trying to battle here with a couple of strikes on her. And there it is, finally getting a strikeout. But Piper put up a fight, made love throw a lot of pitches. Headlights coming in to hit one. At least that's the goal. All right. Trouble afoot here for the Neon. A couple strikes on Headlights. Move to the pinch hitter is in favor of the mound. And there it is. Plenty of air under that one. And it's gone! I thought that was playable out there. Headlights. The move to the pinch hitter pans out in a big way. A couple of runs are in after the Headlights homer. How about it? Or as Bob Uecker would say, how about that one, folks? I do not mean for that to sound like Mickey Mouse. But 5-3, regardless of what that sounded like. Sounded like a crack of the bat and a rounding of the bases. All right, time to send in the reinforcements here. A couple of insurance runs wouldn't hurt you any. That's going to get down out there, keep the eating alive. Now we're getting something cooking with the bats. Get out your flint and steel, see if this team can catch fire. And that's going to go high, deep, long. Gone! Another home run. You can keep your flint and steel. This team is on fire. All right. Getting somewhere now. 7-3. The inning is going to stay alive as that one is down. I mean, keeping track of who's doing what. Wow, what chaos. Here's Matt Brooks. All right, 2 strikes on Matt Brooks. And finally getting out of the inning after giving up a fair handful being 4 runs to make it 7-3. 11 hits so far for the victory, 5 for the Neon. And you want pretend friend back where she belongs, behind the plate, and we'll see if that does favors for Miss Ella. Alright, Ella not in a great spot here. You need a strike. Or a ground out. There it is. Nice. Alright. And a new arm going to come on in. That would be Ditto, who pitched pretty well yesterday. One gone for her to start with, and pitching back to Pretend should do well for the reliever. And that's a ground ball. Might be good for an out. Might not be. Everybody's going to be on in there. A little blooper of a hit. Alright, well, Ditto is working in some duress and giving up a hit there, and not going any further than we're already at. Alright. Well, a couple of troublesome things to start this half inning, but already got one gone. 2-1 the count there for Ditto. Ground ball, that's going to get through, and that might score one. Not quite, but it is going to load them. We say geese on the pond in my neck of the woods. Buzz off coming in to try to limit the damage or get out of it with none at all. And starting off with a ball not in the zone, 1-0, and that's going to be hit high, long, and not quite gone, but that is going to plate at least one. It will plate 2, it will plate 3, and all of a sudden you look up at the scoreboard and there's only one run separating these two ball clubs, and Buzz can't be happy with herself. They're not her runners, but you don't want to be the one giving up runs in the postseason. 7-6 victory. All right, come on. A walk there. You can't give anything else up here. You just can't. There's nowhere to put anybody. I mean, I guess there is places to put people, but you don't want to use them if you don't have to. You really just... Not something you want to do. You got a base open if you really need one, but you don't want to use it here. 2-2 will do it again. It's going to plate it. We're tied. And the bullpen, to say it has fallen apart in this postseason, it's what you got, and Laundry Facilities is about all you got left on the pitching front. Unless you're going to start putting in starters. Now 2-1. Andre behind a 3-1 count. Fills it up at 3-2. We're tied at 7 in the 6th. Another walk is going to spell more trouble for the Detroit pitching. And look at that diagram on the right side of your screen. They're full. Now there really is nowhere to put anybody. And Laundry evens it up at a plain 11 account. Still only one gone. 2-2. Well, there's a strikeout, but that's only the second out of the inning. And a pitch hitter, Ellie something. Ellie Golding? I don't know. Let's call her Ellie Golding. And she's got herself a strike. Foul, unless it's dealt with. Okay, it is dealt with. Well, you get out of it without anything worse than having given up the ones you got back, but 4 runs given up there. We're tied at 7 apiece. Here's Charlie Angels. She's got herself a 1-1. Man, this is just not what you want to see this far into the season. And Charlie Angels with yet another strikeout. Maybe this was too high in the order, too much pressure for her. And they know that if they can just get 2 more outs, get themselves into another position to bring the bats up, they have all the momentum in this ball game as we are in the 7th. And they're carrying it. You know, you take a lead this big in a series this big in the postseason where it's a win-or-go-home atmosphere, even if it's not a win-or-go-home game. And here you sit in a good spot. You've tied it off of 4 runs after giving up 4. Another strikeout there. Back goes, and so do the victory in the 7th. Buy your peanuts, buy your Cracker Jacks. It's 7th inning stretch time. Okay, stop stretching. It's over. Well, Laundry Facility's got a clean slate and starts it off the wrong way. 2-0 count. This is what in the playoffs is. That one is down. And you get into these hitters counts, you know, like I've said, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-0, and you don't do yourself any favors, and we just saw it right there. It stands at first. Able to be held to a long single, if you want to call that a point of optimism, and that could be good for 2. And the error is not going to allow anybody to be put out on that play. And all of a sudden you look at a game where this should not be happening. Jasmine T, who should be in reserve for a big game, potentially in use if she becomes necessary later in this series, is now in a ball game that is tied to try to save enough face to see another inning of play, and not going to do a whole lot of good on that front. Not what you want to see here. 7 everybody, and there are runners at first and second with only 1 out. Like I said, this is not how you win a series. This is not how you win a ball game. That one is foul by a while. 2-2. And Jasmine with a full count. And that's going to be 1. That's going to be 2. Double play to end the inning. Well, we move to the top of the 8th with some work to do. Tied at 7. And we're going to go to No Way, who hasn't seen time in the postseason for a while. No Way with an 0-2 count. And that's going to be popped, and too much air. Easy out there for the defense. 1 gone. Pop Rocks coming in with nobody on, runner out. Wow. No problem there. Couple outs here early. Too early. Nobody on. 2 gone. Candy Corn with a 2-0. Still a hitter's count at 2-1. And that's going to do it to the bottom of the 8th. And now you get to desperation time, and you hope that someone like Jasmine can come in and shut the door when she needs to. And right now, let me tell you folks, she needs to. She starts an inning off with a ball. All right. 1-1. She's got 1. Go for 2. And you got it. 1-2. That shatters the bat. No piece of lumber going to be necessary, and not going to be necessary as the play is completed over there at first, and that is going to be the first out of this one. So 1 down. 1 down. 1 down. And that's got a lot of air under it. Not a lot of distance. Plenty of time out there. Going to be caught. And Jasmine coming in and trying to do what she can to keep us moving. As she's trying to get herself a 1-2-3 inning. Ahead 0-1. That one popped left field. Should have time. There'll be time. And will be. Well, we move to the top half of the ninth. Trying to stay alive by putting ourselves ahead and not allowing for that walk-off scenario to be present. This might be the regular closer. Take a look at the left side of your screen here. And not quite going to escape the infield there. Here is Hazel with one gone, nobody on base. Hazel trying to get something going and hits that foul 0-2. Well, Hazel's staying alive. Pops that one right field, should be playable. Long gone, goodbye. 2 gone. And there's going to be a windswept hair climbing into the box in place of Math Books, who has not bat well tonight. And windswept hair stands in with a 1-1 count. 1-2 now. Windswept hair trying to keep that ninth alive. And she'll even it at a couple balls, couple strikes. 3-2 full count to windswept hair. It's going to be hit on the ground and playable. And she is gone, as are the victory. Well, it's go time. Bottom of the ninth. Coming up, 7 runs apiece. Trouble afoot, as it's time for Jasmine to go to work on this Orlando offense in the bottom half of the ninth at home in the playoffs. 4 red bars of pressure up there on the Todd's Tires pressure meter. Now I gotta make up a better name for that. Alright, couple strikes, evening the count there. And she's got a huge strikeout there, staring them down. Like I said, I've said it before in this series, she's scary. Well, a couple of misplaced pitches make it 3 in a row, and Jasmine putting herself in a rough spot. 3-1 after the foul. And that'll do it after a big strikeout, a big walk. The winning run is at first base. Well, Jasmine is in a spot where she needs outs, and she needs them bad. And caught stealing. Sit down. Stealing is wrong, kids. What a bizarre play. I have no idea what just happened. Must have been fair. Well, there's 2 gone, and all right, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone. Trying to force extra innings is Jasmine, and she'll do it. What an inning for Jasmine! That is probably the most underappreciated underappreciative I have been of pitching, and Jasmine keeps us alive. 2-1 count. And that's going to not escape the infield there, and out number 1 in the top of the 10th. Barry Blend has had success this postseason, and she might have a spot more. That's going to get down by the fence out there. Barry heading to second base, and she's in there with a double. Go ahead run. Earned at second base, unlike the current MLB in extra innings. An exciting double there. And that might be enough to put us ahead. Barry being held up at third base. Probably a wise choice. Well, new bat here, 44 center field. Now see who that is. I can't read the text down there, so if they get a big hit, I'll just be excited. And working the count. Good at-bat there to work the walk. Pop rocks. Big spot. Couple on, one gone. Just put it in play, do what you can. Oh, not what you want to see there. Almost did dangerous play there. Well, Candy Corn standing there. They are loaded. Or are they? Maybe they're not. I can't see. Well, we're going to call them loaded to be exciting. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. Never mind. Well, the bottom half of the 10th. Well, Jasmine staying out there. Feeling it worked an amazing half inning to keep this game alive for the victory in the last 3 batters, and is trying to do it again. And that's down. Good for at least 2. Winning run is now aboard again. Second base. Desmond trying not to allow the victory to go down 3-0. And that's probably not going to quite be enough. But it's close. And we've said it a few times tonight. Trouble afoot, second and third, nobody out. And it's going to take some Herculean pitching to get us out of it. And that's going to do it. That's all they needed was 1. And they got it. So, the Neon walk it off here at home. 3-0 the series lead as you get a look at the struggle of a ball game. When you look at the big numbers and the smaller numbers if you want them. Take a look at our MVPs tonight. And funny enough, one of them is ours, so we've got Board Walker, 5 for 6, a homer, double, RBI, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base tonight. And Lendro Riley, 5 for 6, 3 doubles, 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Pop rocks tonight, 2 for 4 with 2 homers. In the losing effort, well, you hate to see it, because now that could be about it. It's win or go home for the victory. Not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. 5-4 Hawaii. Taking a win. Hawaii taking another win. Oof. Goodbye, Korea. Oh, wait. We're done. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it. I miscalculated how many games were going on. And not only did the Neon beat us, but they beat everybody. Look at that, a 3-1 series victory. Wow. That one hurts to have lost that game on the road in walk-off fashion to end season 1. Our pitching fell apart in an amazing way, and not amazing as in a good way. There it is. Well, what a way to end this season. After all the ups and downs, all the good moments, all the bad moments, it's over. If you guys are interested in seeing some off-season, whether that be over a stream, whether you've got some ideas for me on who needs to stay, who needs to go, what we need to work on, etc. If you are interested in seeing more victory or something else as far as Super Mega Baseball goes, if you want to see something else entirely, what are you thinking? Let me know. And with that, we close Season 1 of Detroit Victory Baseball. Thank you guys for checking it out, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Have a fantastic night, and we'll see you. Peace. Let me know. And with that, we close Season 1 of Detroit Victory Baseball. Thank you guys for checking it out, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Have a fantastic night, and we'll see you. Peace.